Hey you guys, in this first video, I'm going to show you how to create your Google My Business listing. I obviously am already starting out with a Google My Business account. You might be starting from scratch, so this video might look a little different, but today I'm starting a new location for my business, and it's very similar to the process that you would walk through from scratch. And it's definitely worth looking at this video so you can understand what will happen during the process of creating this new business listing for Google. So you guys, I want to go over this with you first, and that is how to get an address to send for your Google My Business postcard that you'll need in order to verify your listing. Now, take it from a person who's done this several times. Getting this right is very important because you can get your listing banned by Google or your whole account taken away for breaking the rules. So the first thing I did was try to find an address that would get me verified with my Google My Business listing. So you can see in this set of emails that I'm negotiating with a gentleman from a virtual office. He's telling me if my verification will be approved with his address and giving me a deal of month to month so that he knows that I don't have any liability going into the scenario if the listing doesn't show up. Also, I negotiate with him to try to get the best deal and the best price. Ultimately, I end up paying nothing for this, and it's a cancelable contract, which is great. He knows that my goal is to get this postcard from Google My Business and get this listing set up so that I can get traffic and customers for my business before I start taking on overhead. So what I'm going to show you now is how you set up a brand new Google My Business listing. And obviously, I already have an account for my notary business, so I am adding a location, but this would be the same way that you set up a brand new listing as well. It's going to walk you through the same series of steps as me adding this location. The first thing you're going to want to do is either search for your business on Google My Business. Maybe you noticed it was there, but in my case, I know it's not there, and I'm just going to go ahead and add a brand new business to Google. So first thing you do is obviously type in the name of your business and get all of this information that Google wants about your business set up. The next question is very important. If you have a physical location that you want customers coming to, you should definitely answer yes to this question. But for me, since I service my customers, I go to their location, I instead want to answer no and enter in the cities that I service instead. Basically, defining my service area. After you get your listing set up, it's time to verify your business. And this is where that very first address that I got from my virtual office contract comes into play. They're going to mail out a postcard to my office and it'll come to me, and then I'll be able to verify my listing, which is why it's so important that you get your address right. This time I think it's going to be good because I got an actual office that has an actual location for my business. So you can see there's quite a bit of setup, but the most important thing is that you get this listing verified. After it's verified, there's a world of business that can open to you just from having this listing, especially if you can start getting reviews and ranking very high on Google search for your local neighborhood. In the next video on Google My Business, you'll see me get my postcard, verify my listing, and update it so it can have the best SEO and the best chances of getting the most clients.